Life at my house was not fun, not knowing what was wrong with my son. He would throw fits. You sometimes had to put him in a hold and hope he wouldn't hurt anybody else. Sometimes you would have to, he would quit everything he started. He would have more write-ups from teachers than we could count. And yet I would look at him and knew he was my child and wanted to help him but couldn't. And so I had been told about Dr. Sanchez. I also told he was hard to get into, but I just prayed and that he would take my son, and he did. And it was the best choice I ever made, was bringing him to see. And even then we had to go through things and looking for medication, looking for diagnosis. But once we kept going on the journey, and then again we found NEBA, and he said, you know, let's see what we can do. And when I found out how much it cost, it made me sad. But then at the same time, we buy frivolous things for our kids, and I wanted to do something that would be beneficial. And it was worth every dime for me. And we did it that day, and found out the results, and found out that we can help him and diagnose him and do a therapy plan along with it. And in that process, he's doing so well today. Like, there's some things you just don't invest in, and I would do it all over again just to know what his diagnosis was and to help him become a better kid. The reason I chose to bring my son to the clinic was he was having a lot of trouble at school. From the time he was 5 years old in kindergarten, he was causing just disruptive behavior. Teachers didn't have anything good to say about him, and then he'd come home and he'd be all right. But then as he got older, it just continued, and so it made me think we need to seek help. The best part of NEBA for me and my family was finding out what my son's diagnosis was, because he had a lot of behavior problems at school, with the teacher, even at home. We were feeling like bad parents. The fact is, he didn't fit all the ADHD profiles because he went to sleep. He was extremely smart, but behavior-wise, so we didn't know if he was anxious or depressed. But the NEBA just gave us a true picture of that he did have ADHD. Then we could find a great therapy plan for him and also put him on the right medication to help him be a better kid. Life now is a whole lot better. We come to the clinic very little because he's doing so well. He goes to school, makes good grades. I have not had a behavior call on him in a year at all, not even a little one. So he knows how to function in a classroom when people are being disruptive. He knows how to walk through the hallways and have friends. He's a part of a club, and he's part of a youth group, and even in the family. He helps me in the morning with the girls instead of just being a fight to get to going to school. He also takes his medication without it taking a half hour or threats or phone calls or trying to find somebody to do that. So it's just a whole different life for us, and a good life. NEBA helped in the way that we could totally diagnose what he had. It wasn't just a guessing game or trying to put him on this one medicine and then it be the wrong medicine, and or take him off this medicine and then his behavior got worse. Instead of just fluctuating with all the different types of meds, we wanted to see what his brain was doing, and NEBA helped that. And I trusted Dr. Sanchez because everything he's always done for my family. We've trusted that, and I wanted to see if this would help my son. And it did, because we could actually say, you have ADHD. And it's not a bad thing. We know you can use it for your purpose in your life. Then we were able to put him on the right medication and the right treatment plan and the right behavior plan of how to work with him, and how to not only work with him, how to be a better person, but us as parents, how to talk to him, how to communicate him, how to discipline him in a positive way where it would make him a better person and me a better parent. NEBA provided more than the help I needed for, because not only were we able to get his diagnosis, we were able to start a therapy plan that now my son bought into it. It wasn't just, okay, something's wrong with me, I'm broken. It's, this is what I have, and this is how I'm going to become better to be who I need to be. And because now it wasn't just Dr. Sanchez against my son, or me against my son, or the whole world telling him he's got something. He saw a report, and he got to see something where he's an analytical thinker, so numbers and data showed him that it wasn't just people putting answers on a question. And so he bought into it, and because that buy-in, then he bought into taking his medication and becoming who he is today. It's been a long journey, but I almost wish we would have found NEBA earlier, but I'm glad we have had it. I really honestly think it, between finding out what he had and Dr. Sanchez working with him, it has been what we needed for him to be who he is today. And not just today, just later on in life as an adult when he has to make his own choices.